Hey guys, Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com. And today we have Akash from FabulousBody.com. And I met Akash in a creators festival. And I was pleasantly surprised to know that Akash is also a reader of my blog. So, hey Akash, how are you doing?
I'm good, Deepak. How are you?
Fantastic, doing great. So, we will just talk about your journey as a blogger and influencer and how you ended up creating a business around information products, especially in the health and fitness niche. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about your background and when you started this website, fabulousbody.com?
Right. So, Deepak, I started FabulousBody.com in 2016. But the thing is, there were a lot of events that happened prior to this. So, I will take you way back and I will just give you snapshots of how these small little dots connected into a line, which allowed me to create a blog, right? So, I was born in 1983 and I was born very weak. My mother was not well when she delivered me.
Okay.
So my immune system was always under the par. So I used to always fall sick like at least 5 to 6 times in a year. And besides that, I was very lanky, like very, very skinny, right? And combine that with, I had a lot of pimples because I come from a family where we have a lot of oily skin. So, and on top of that, I used to stammer a lot. I used to like stammer like crazy. I'm very, I'm quite good at hiding and I've kind of mastered it. So all these things combined, my self-esteem and my confidence was very, very low. So up till teenage years, this thing continued. My life was like full of anxiety and stress. One day I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger's Pumping Iron. I don't know whether you've seen, for bodybuilding fans is one of the most important documentaries. And that very day, it's just changed my life. I thought that humans can actually look like that also. So I immediately joined a gym and I got hooked. So that was my turning point, right? So I would like to use a quote over here by Jeff Bezos, and he says that you don't choose your passions, your passion chooses you. So it's more like, I was destined to be into this industry, in the wellness, fitness, and nutrition industry because I had struggles. And it just took me to a path which is slowly led me towards opening my blog. So anyways, I enrolled in a gym and I started building some muscle. My immune system got better. Then I went to England to do my undergraduation in finance and economics. Now I belong to a middle class family, and so my father took a loan. So it was a huge responsibility on me to do well and follow the conventional path, like maybe get a good job and pay off the loan and do the MBA and just all that conventional thing. But I did the exact opposite. So I somehow graduated from my university and scored decent marks. After that, I also secured a job. I was working in London, Birmingham, Coventry for about a year or two. And at that time, I was continuing reading health and fitness information. And bodybuilding.com was a site which offered free information then. Or other places over the internet was, the information was not freely available as it is now, basically. So anyways, I did a course, NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine, got my certification as a personal trainer. That was in 2005. And then I got so much into health and fitness that I just could not go to the job one day. I was earning well. I was working for a good company. I was a financial analyst. And just one day, I just could not go to my job. And I called up my boss and I was like, sir, from today onwards, I won't be coming. I don't know where I got the courage because, as I mentioned, throughout my self-confidence was very low. But this health and fitness gave me that confidence to take that step ahead. I didn't plan anything. So I stayed in London with my sister. She was working there in Citibank. So I stayed with her for 2 months, not knowing what I wanted to do. I just had a certification, so I applied to many clubs over there, like Fitness First, David Lloyd, everything. I got selected because of my passion, and I've gained a lot of knowledge over the years. But somehow the visa thing didn't work out. So I then shifted on to Mumbai as a personal trainer and as a fitness trainer in one of the gyms called Nautilus in Andheri West. I don't know, the name of the gym might have changed now. My father was not happy. But it was a huge step. You can just imagine some of the loan amount was pending, and from a good job, which was decently paying, I shifted on to Mumbai, becoming a personal trainer. That was a huge step for me. I don't know what gave me that courage. Now, when I think back, I would not advise anyone to do that, because it's better to have a bit of saving and, just master your art first and then only think about quitting. But it just happened with me like that. So I worked in Mumbai for a few years, and I had good clients. I had a lot of celebrity clients also, because that gym, many TV actors and all these people used to come. So I started enjoying that. I was enjoying the process. But after 2 years, I realized, nahi hoga, that this won't, this is not like, this is hardly paying my bills, because living in Mumbai all by yourself is not that easy. It's very expensive. And I just wanted to find a way. I was sure, Deepak, that I wanted to be in the health and fitness industry. But then now I was trying to find a niche of where I can place myself so that it gives me more time and I can, start earning more money also.
True.
So is this much detail fine, or should I like?
No. I think you can go on, and maybe eventually get to. We will talk more about how the site is performing and everything, but I think you can talk until the point where you started the site and what led you to start the website, and then we will go on from there.
Cool. Yeah. So this was in year 2006. I was in Mumbai, 2007, sorry. So I was there for 2 years. And then I also I enrolled in a nutrition direct marketing company. I learned direct marketing, which then helped me to open up my own health club in 2010. So I got this opportunity. It was a huge capital investment. So I took help from my friends and family and everyone. And somehow I managed a small studio. From there, I grew. The name of the gym was Juvenus Fitness. It was in Gurgaon, DLF Phase 4. And I grew that to around 3,000 member base within 6 years. And
and when you say health club or fitness club, what is involved? Is it like offline? Do people come to the club? Is it like a gym? What is it?
Yeah, it was a proper health club. It was like 2 to 3 floors where we had a proper cardio section, weight training area, Zumba, yoga, and all these classes. So it was we slowly built it up. We started with a small gym, and then we built it up another floor with all the group classes and everything. And 2011 was a time where I got my first taste of online things. There were many people from Australia and America. They were selling ebooks, right? So I bought one of the ebooks. At that time, ebooks were very expensive. Right now, I still remember I bought one ebook for $67, just a small ebook, and I was like, okay, this guy made this ebook, and it's a digital product where once you make that book, you have this leverage. So what happened was that I was constantly evolving, Deepak. I was trying to find a business system which allowed me more time with my family, which allowed me good income also at the same time, allowed me to do exactly what I love to do, right? Finding a niche within a niche. So opening up a lot of health clubs was not my ultimate goal, basically. So I started moving away from the health club business. I had like a manager managing my club. Although I used to be there all the time in my office, but then I started doing a lot of research about online stuff, like how the newsletter thing works, how to create an ebook, and everything, all the skills related to digital online business. And then I also had a dream where I always wanted to go to California because that was like the mecca of wellness. And I had this dream and vision that I'll just go there, do masters, and then probably, open up a startup, get some funding. And so that was like the ultimate vision that I had, because many of these guys, they were doing online stuff and most of them were based in US. So my ultimate vision was that US jana. I have to go to US. And so I started even, my gym started doing well. I started earning profits. Thoda saving khatti hui. And then in 2015, I started voluntarily closing my gym.
Okay.
This
That
was
would have
not
taken a lot of effort, right? To
lot of effort. Brand name ban gaya tha. My dad was like, "Are you mad? Why are you doing this? You're closing your gym. You have worked hard. You built it up." There were almost 250 active members coming every single day in the gym. It was a very well-known gym. Even if you Google now, Juvenis Fitness, you will find it. And everything was amazing. But the thing is, it was not my ultimate vision. So what I believed in my inner voice that constantly guided me. So I think the number one thing that helped me throughout this journey, Deepak, was a strong belief in what I was doing. If it's right, it's wrong, it does not matter. If it will backfire, it does not matter. At least aage jaake there will be no regrets. That ki I have not tried it, Deepak.
You know, I would like to interrupt you there for a moment. And I think I have had such points in my career as well, where I was running this motorcycle blog and I was running it from 2008 to 2012. It was bringing in revenue. There was some momentum. But then I decided that, okay, I'm going to sell the blog. I don't see this as something growing into what I want to create. And, sometimes it's called creative destruction, right? You destroy something, it creates a space, and that space creates the possibility of creating something new, and that's usually difficult. That's like quitting a job. It could be closing down a business, and whenever we do this, most of the people around us will be like, pagal hai kya? Like, why are you doing this? And only you would understand it within you, because just because people around you are expecting, or just because you think that this is what you're supposed to do, over time, if you don't have that passion, or if you don't have that inner voice, trying to, if the inner voice is saying something and if your intuition is saying something, it's very difficult to take what your intuition is saying, rationalize it, tell it to other people and get them to convince, right? Because your intuition is as a result of your life experience, what you are capable of doing, and probably thousands of data points involved in that intuition, which cannot be rationalized by our rational mind, let alone others' rational mind, right? So amazing. So yeah, continue. And very interesting to see that you have taken such big decisions in your life.
Yeah, so 2015, I started packing up, and to pack up a gym is not easy because some people pay for the entire year, and then one day you just close and run off. That was not the thing. So what I did was I stopped giving 1 year memberships. I started giving 6 months, then 3 months, then 1 month. So I incurred a bit of loss in that. Yeah. But the thing is, at least my conscience was clear कि मैंने किसी का I didn't like, because most gyms just close like that. Day one. So I figured out that I had combined jitna bhi, whatever I work, I have got 1 year saving that can sustain me in California. At the same time, and I was going with my family. I always decided I will never go alone. I had a son. He was 2 years old at that time, and so I thought that I will go with my family. At the same time, I also applied for a loan. I thought कि यार after 1 year when the funds will go off, because California, San Francisco, उसके suburbs में, it was a John F. Kennedy University, and I enrolled in the Master's Holistic Health Program. So my dad was like, yeah, visa नहीं मिलने वाला, because it's like you don't have the funds and liquid. मतलब it's not that easy. All the stars aligned. I got the visa. The loan still didn't got through, but somehow. So I thought that yeah, loan ho jayega. Let's go there, because God is favoring us, because literally there was a possibility of our visa getting rejected. Anyway, so we reached there. Everything was fine, and then after 6 months, I realized the loan accepted me. It got rejected. So somehow then I thought, yeah, I have to start doing something that will earn me money on the side. But then when you're a student, you cannot earn. I mean, of course you can do a part-time job or whatever, but I didn't want to do
not scalable and very little, hardly makes up for the living expenses.
Then that gave me the drive here online mein, I have to do something, I have to hustle, and I have to do something. So 2016, when I went to US, at the same time, Deepak, I launched FabulousBody.com.
Okay.
And
that's when it got launched. Very interesting.
That is the time it got launched. And there's a very interesting story about behind the name also, because I bought the domain for $1,000 when I didn't have any money. $1,000 I paid for Fabulous Body. I was thinking ki .net loom, yeah, fabulous/body aa raha tha. I was like, no, dude, FabulousBody.com, $1,000. At that time, it was very big amount for me.
You don't need to convince me on the value of domain.
Yeah.
Like, I keep investing in domain names. I have bought domain names for $5,000, $10,000, because come on, if you're putting all your time and energy into building a brand and you don't have the .com or you don't have the perfect name, there might not be even motivation to work on it as much as getting that very nice domain name that you really want, right? So yeah, go ahead.
I mean, what I'm just trying to say is that at the time I was not that savvy about domains. I thought here .net mein kya problem hai, because I used to read zenhabits.net. So if he can do with .net, then why cannot I do with .net? Anyhow, but somehow I just trusted my intuition. So I went ahead with .com, and so the blog launched, and this was the first book that I released, Fabulous Body.
Okay.
And yeah, I got the cover from 99 Design. So I spent a lot of money on that. It was a good product. I'm still proud of it. But now I've been a salesman also throughout the jobs that I've done. I consider more myself as a person who likes to sell, who's a marketer at the same time, because it's not just about creating the products. You have to find some channels to reach to people also. So I do that through content. So I came across a site called Quora. I wrote dozens of articles, but there was no traffic, Deepak. There was no traffic on my site. And I was like, yeah, bana to diya. Now where can I get people? So I started, then I was in US and I started writing on Quora. So Quora, I wrote, and then I realized what people were doing is they were including some links, which was just an extension of the reading back to their blogs. So in a way, then you're building some backlinks also. So at least 7-8 months, nothing happened on Quora. After 1 year, I restarted Quora again, and one of my answers picked up. It got around almost 100,000 views. And it gave me a lot of backlinks. So I currently have around 850 answers on Quora with 13 million views. So at one point of time, my website was having 1,500 daily traffics just from Quora.
Fantastic. Amazing. By the way, how much traffic that your website gets on a daily basis right now?
So basically, at the peak, I used to get around 2,200 visitors per day. At the peak. But then I was giving most of the time to Quora and my blog, basically. So now it is around, I think, 700, 800. It has gone down because I started Udemy. If you heard of a platform called Udemy.
Yeah, I know Udemy.
Yeah. So what I did was, then Quora was like, okay, this is good to get some views. And so I had a program called Lean, which, because I was skinny fat, Deepak, throughout. And I believe that most Indians, they have very thin legs and arms, and they have big tummy. So those people are called skinny fats. So I thought, yeah, this is one area that I want to really specialize in, because I was a skinny fat for more than 10 years. And so my point is that when I started writing on Quora and I started talking about skinny fats, my lean program picked up, and it gave me a few $1,000 sale a month, which supported me in my California dream also.
Okay.
Right. So that picked up slowly, but then it was not enough. So I thought, yeah, one of the guys who should write on Quora, and he also wrote on his profile that he's a Udemy instructor. Okay. Right. And I was like, what is Udemy? Yeah? So I just went there, and then I came to know about this online course creation thing. Then from Quora, I went to Udemy. So I created 1 or 2 courses on Udemy, and trust me, it was such an uncomfortable thing to do because I am not good at videos at all. Like, I would, if I want to write, I can write 10,000 words a day, no problem. But when it comes to video and putting your voiceover and coming on screen like this, I get super nervous and I stammer karunga, ye hoga, hazar problems hai. There's so many, there was so many issues, Deepak. So, but anyway, somehow I struggled. कि करना ही था कुछ ना कुछ. You have to do if I wanted to stay in US. So 2 months I came out with one course, Habits for Weight Loss on Udemy. So I launched that course in March, I think 2017.
Okay, I'm opening Udemy right now. It's called Habits for Weight Loss, is it?
Habits for Weight Loss. That was my first course.
Okay.
And when I look back at those videos, they're hilarious. Well, the tone of my voice and all that. Anyway, so it was a big learning curve.
You got it out, right? You got it out. That was the most important thing, right?
I got it started, yes. So I had this 5S iPhone and I bought a $5 lapel mic, and I just started creating videos. I get it, started coming in front of the camera. So that course earned me $10 up till November in 8 months. I was like, yeah, yahan to kuch bhi nahi ho raha. There's nothing happening on Quora. Quora mein thoda sa, I was gaining some money. So that was fine. I kept with Quora. And Udemy, then Black Friday happened, Deepak. Black Friday mein, I got $200 from that course, which I never expected ki usko koi lega bhi, honestly. So, and because Black Fridays are like a very big promotion for Udemy. I was like, dude, if this course can get me $200, then somehow I would be able to sustain myself creating more online courses. And that's how my Udemy
course still available on Udemy?
It is, yeah. I have around 24 courses now.
Oh, fantastic. Is there a username or something that I can open?
Yeah, you can just write Akash Sehrawat Udemy on Google, or you can write FabulousBody Udemy.
Yeah, I got it. In fact, I will share it for a moment for the viewers. Amazing. That's a pretty great profile pic right there. So 92,000 students, 24 courses, 9,300 reviews. And I believe this is your book.
Yeah, this is
FabulousBody.
Yep.
In fact, I've always wanted to launch a book in the name of the domain name that I have. I think it's great for the domain name, for branding and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. So, and then I came across a profile of an instructor, because see, the thing is, there were a lot of courses which were not doing so well on Udemy. And then I started doing research of how to do well on Udemy. And then I realized that many people were offering certifications as well after the course. So I came out with and then I also realized that people on Udemy, if they are buying a course, they're mostly beginners. All right. So this was a very, very important aspect. And I also teach people who wanted to do whatever I'm doing, that always focus on the fundamentals of whatever topics that you go for. So I just came out with an absolute fundamental nutrition and fitness course, Deepak. You can easily find that information online free. That is not an issue. But with course, what happens is you give a structure. You divide it into modules and lectures. And the way you explain it using your own experience and anecdotal knowledge and a lot of scientific references, that's what makes it a very good product to have. And at the same time, the Udemy pricing was excellent. It really appealed to me because I wanted to reach out to more people. And the pricing was like, $6, $7, maximum $10 you can get any course in Udemy.
Totally. In fact, when I got started, I just started with digital marketing basics. And digital marketing basics is something that you can find all over the web. But at the same time, as you said, if you give a structure, if you give a particular way that you can teach it, then people like it. And also the same topic, people learn it differently from different instructors. There are certain people who relate to, and they find it comfortable learning from them. right? So that way I figured out that I was able to build my own fan base, and there are certain people who would rather learn the same topic from me than from someone else, even if someone else is more well known than me, because they relate to me better and they like learning from me. And once they have learned a few things from me, then they want to learn more and more, and they want me to be the trainer for even advanced topics.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's how. So I came out with fundamental courses in nutrition, fitness, yoga, mindfulness, meditation, everything that I was experiencing in my life. Everything was an extension of me. And the best part was, with every course, the base was the script. And since I like to write, so I just created scripts and I converted into, I started using iMovie software, then I upgraded to ScreenFlow, and I just, everything I did by myself. All the skills, it was a steep learning curve, but somehow I kept on putting courses. I was very consistent with it, and the user base grew and grew and grew. And then, yeah, that's
it,
how
it, it takes a lot of discipline to sit and create courses back to back, right? And it takes a lot of effort. How were you able to actually do it? Because I think at some point, the amount of courses that I churned out were not very consistent. I got busy with business, with life, and everything. I had put out a few courses. It had done well, and I know that my courses are like pretty well received. But there is way more I could do in the amount of courses that I could push out there, and I know that I'm not doing enough. So how do you overcome the challenge, that inertia of actually creating content and putting out there? Because 24 courses is not a easy thing, that too in the past 3 years.
we all feel, Deepak, that we're not doing enough. Trust me. Agar mera bus chale, to I would want 40 courses there, and I want to improve whatever I've put on there. So it's never enough, firstly. Secondly, I think because now, especially at this time during the lockdown period, Deepak, uh, for the past 15 years, I've been working from home, right? From the kitchen table, from the bedroom, from literally, I have not left any corner in the house. And especially our California house was very, very small. So,
Okay.
I used to sit there. So, what is important is that you need to form like a schedule, like a structure. Everything needs to be structured and scheduled. So, there is a different course that I've created for that also. How to manage yourself at home. So that's it's a complete. What really works for me are naps, people. Like,
Okay.
honestly, like, you wake up early morning. That is the key, because whatever happens. If you win the morning, you win the day. So I have been constantly. There was a time where I used to get up at 3:30 at. I don't know whether you call it morning or night, but 3:30 I used to get up for at least a year. And then, honestly, on an average, my wake up time is 4 o'clock, and I sleep early. I sleep by 9:30 max.
Mm.
So that's how you get, before my wife and son wakes up, I'm done with at least 3 to 4 hours of work.
Damn, that's amazing. That's an amazing tip. I think I can just take this one tip and probably double the amount of courses I'm making in the next 1 year.
Easily. All the best work that I have done, Deepak. And of course, I think a week back you were asking about intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is one thing that has truly helped me, because one other reason that I opened up a blog was because to fight conventional wisdom. Because for 10 years, I did weight training, I did gyms, but the thing is, it didn't give me good results, because the muscle magazine and the conventional wisdom, it guides you in a somewhat wrong way. Not everything is, like, for example, they say saturated fat is not healthy. And I say the exact opposite, right? I think saturated fat is a very protective fat, and one should be using coconut oil, ghee. I've been saying this for the last 15 years now. And there's so many other myths that are out there in the market, which is not true at all. So intermittent fasting is one thing that really helped me. So from 5 o'clock in the morning till at least 12 o'clock, I used to survive on black coffee, apple cider vinegar, or some green tea. No food. Most people think, yeah, khana nahi khaoge to how will the mind work? Like, your body gets used to it, and actually your mind works better when you're on an empty stomach.
I have experienced it, and I have started fasting like 36 hours every week. And I have a dinner, and then I don't eat the next day morning, the whole next day. And I have the breakfast, the eventual day. And that day when I'm fasting, and if I'm doing a webinar in the evening, that's when I have the most energy, most concentration, because I believe the body is burning up all the stored glycogen in the body.
Yeah.
And the intestine is not necessarily taxing your system, trying to draw a lot of energy in burning the food. And that has been like amazing, and it's counterintuitive, right? A lot of people have never tried fasting ever, and they think that if you don't eat food, you don't have energy, and they continuously keep having food all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, the method you're following is not easy for most people. I mean, it requires a lot of discipline to completely fast for a day. I would recommend Lean Gains, Martin Berkin's approach, where you have a feeding window of 8 hours and you fast for 16 hours in any given 24 hours. So the best part is you can do a delayed breakfast.
So that would mean maybe having dinner by 6 o'clock and next day morning 10 o'clock you are having breakfast. So that would be 16 hours.
I think you can do that. Or if you say, I cannot have dinner early, I always tend to have dinner around 10 or 11 o'clock. Then the next day you can have a delayed lunch or whatever you call it after 2 o'clock. So you can just choose your feeding window according to your own lifestyle. You don't have to be like, set in one thing key. So there's a lot of...
I think fitness and health is something we can create like a separate interview and a separate webinar about it. But let's get back to your online thing. And looks like you have quite a lot of students right now on Udemy. And tell me more about how the business is doing right now. If you are comfortable sharing the revenue, the kind of revenue that you are making. If not, it's fine. And you can also tell me what next. What are you planning next, and how are you planning to grow this business, and where does the teachable and your own platform courses come in, your own website, and maybe a little bit about, I believe we talked about you having some celebrities as well as your students, and maybe you can talk a little bit more about that.
Cool. Okay. Right. So basically, I'm the one-man army behind FabulousBody. Although I have consultants who help me with my website work because I'm not a techie at all. And I have some customer service people who can help me with replies and everything, because on Udemy, there are around 50, 60 daily messages minimum. And most of them are very generic in nature. Although I personally want to reply to all the questions and queries, but the thing is that will take me away from what I do best, right? So I have 2 or 3 people working for me part-time, like 1 or 2 hours a day. Besides that, so the thing is right now, Udemy is doing very well for me. I am almost, I think, the #1 instructor in health and fitness category, especially nutrition category. And so the fundamental courses are there. Now students have started to ask me to take out a course where which can help them secure a job, right? So right now there's a fundamental courses, and if you want to learn nutrition, you can enroll in my course, you get a nice certificate and there's a sense of achievement. But then if you want to do a job, then you need more in-depth courses. So this year I plan to come out with a holistic nutrition coaching certification. It will be slightly more expensive than that because it's almost going to be a 15 hours course. And it will take me around 6 months to create, and I have to have some people to help me out with that. So I'll be going in a lot of details of how to become a nutrition coach. So that is one thing, Deepak, that I want to get away from Udemy. Of course, I'll be releasing the course on Udemy as well. But now I want to give some love to my platform also, like my own FabulousBody.com, because last 2-3 years I've been only purely focusing on Udemy, and one person can only do so much. Either you can do this, either you can do that, right? You cannot try to do... I tried to do everything, like Quora be, YouTube be, this and that, but then it didn't work and the results were not coming. So I decided there's some traffic on the website, which is fine, but then now I want to focus completely on Udemy, which I did for 3 years. Now is the time that I want to focus on my website, create one more course, like an in-depth course, and then see the response. Abhi to, of course, it's low cost, but I want to
So
increase
this is
the
for
cost
people who
to
want
happen.
to get jobs as a personal trainer or a fitness expert or a nutrition consultant. So they will finish your course and then they will get a job in the fitness space. Is that how it is?
Yes. So unfortunately, the industry worldwide, Deepak, is very fragmented. It's very disorganized. I mean, if you want to become a personal trainer or a nutritionist for that matter, you don't require anything, literally. You can call yourself matlab, anything that you want, and you don't need to do anything. You just, you say that you're a nutrition coach. But then I think that it's better that, and most of the courses out there are very expensive, people. Like they are almost $1,000+ roughly. They're very good courses, and maybe chances of securing a job is much better in that. But I want to come out with a course which is around $50 to $100, right? Provide literally very good information, very practical information, not too sciencey, not too it bores the hell out of you. Very practical, engaging, but keep it very low priced at the same time. Because my main mission, my main goal, as I say, is to reach out to the maximum number of people. To impact the maximum people. That's why I love the Udemy platform. And if you see all my courses, anything that I sell on my website or anywhere, it's very low cost. It's less than $50, except for my personal coaching, because it involves my personal time. That is a bit expensive. But all the digital programs, they are less than $15. Right. So I want to come out with in-depth course now, just one course, and see. And then I want to start writing blog articles again. I want to build up traffic on my website, and I want to provide more free content, because writing is something that I truly miss now, and I want to shoot on more articles. Yeah, so I think let's see, try this, and maybe I want to try some Facebook ads, Instagram ads, maybe after I have like a good product after 6 months, and then see how it is, how that
Yeah, I
goes. I'm
think
very naive in that, so I will be reaching out to you for that.
absolutely. I am here to help with that. And I think you have not tried much of paid advertising and scaling with paid advertising so far. Most of what you have done is just organic, and
I've
you
spent
probably
zero money on marketing.
amazing. So everything has been organic. Amazing. In fact, once you start spending money, I think your business will just 10x overnight. And I think that's where I will be helping you with it, because most of the business growth I have been having is through pushing money on paid ads. And so far, I think in my business, I have definitely invested more than 1 crore, including Facebook ads and Google ads. And it's very easy to scale, very fast to scale, because there is too much noise out there and it is difficult to get heard. Considering that you already have so much traction just with organic, once you add paid advertising to the mix, I think your business can easily 10x. So we will definitely look forward to that. And time just flew by. We are already more than 45 minutes we have been
Oh,
discussing, and I think there is a lot more to discuss. And I think I would ideally like to have another video call and another interview with you where we just talk about fitness and we'll talk about work from home. And hopefully some of my audience will be interested in your courses as well. So I think that is definitely something that deserves a separate conversation. And I think even when it comes to your business, first of all, whatever you have done is inspiring. And I think for my audience, my followers, who have always been saying that, hey, how do I become a blogger? How do I become an information product marketer? They have been always been struggling with it. And a lot of people are looking for inspiration to see how people like you started from scratch just with an idea and made it into something which is full time, and not just full time, right? Apart from what you have built for yourself, you are also creating a lot of value out there. And I'm pretty sure the people who follow you and the people who learn from you are getting the tremendous value out of this and improving their life because of it, which is an amazing thing. And especially in these times where people are in a lockdown, people are staying at home, I think this is the best time to start creating courses and stuff. So thanks a lot, Akash, for your time and being very candid and being very honest, being very authentic about your story. And all the best for your future ventures. And I hope this is a beginning of a long conversation and we will collaborate a lot more, I guess.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today. And just one quick word that I wanted to tell your audience, Deepak, that don't try to be perfect, right? Whatever comes to your mind, you have to try it. And don't worry what people will think. Sure, if you think that you want to make videos, just go ahead. Do whatever. And right now is the time, is the best time. If you want to make workout videos, if you want to write blog, I'm not even a writer. I mean, I have so many grammatical errors, Deepak, it's unbelievable. It's just that I write as I speak. It's a very conversational tone that I have. And so you don't need to be perfect. And I'm still not perfect, and I can never be perfect. So the idea is to progress, never perfect. That's one key point that I want to say.
Amazing, fantastic. And it's very much in line with what I advise to my audience as well. And I think that is something that the audience can take home. Thanks a lot, and
Thanks for
all
having
the
me.
best. Thank you.
All the
Bye bye.
best. Stay safe. Stay at home,
Yes,
everyone.
stay at home, everyone.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye bye.